way around. This is how we normally are.
Yes, yeah.
I would be upset if we changed.
I might go and get a glass.
Oh no, there's your glass.
Is that right there? Are you using this one? Oh, okay.
Hello.
Here we go.
Oh. This means we're not actually moving though, doesn't it? We can't move. Like, normally we... Should I be saying I'm your host or your co-host? Or you say I'm your host. You say I'm your host as well, otherwise it's weird.
Well, whether you just say, I'm Fiona Ross, and I'll say, and I'm Derek Gill, and they work out that we're hosting
Are you
it.
sure they'll work it out?
Some of
This is a folk community.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, I'm just saying a wee bit more there as we come together tonight to celebrate the song. One, two. I'm not trying to move this a little bit. We just start.
You just start, yeah. Oh.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone, and hello. Welcome to the 2025 Australian Folk Music Awards. Woohoo! I'm Fiona Ross, your host.
And I'm Derek Gill, your other host. And it's wonderful, isn't it, to be back here with you all at the Brunswick Ballroom, basically celebrating you, our folk artists, songwriters, organisers, the folk festivals, the folk community, and are basically all lovers of music. And hello to everyone who's watching us online this evening.
Woohoo! So as we come together tonight to celebrate the songs and stories that unite communities across this land, we begin by honouring the traditional custodians of the country we're gathering on. Please welcome Wurundjeri Elder John Terrick to welcome us to country.
Just have to, for each audience. Oh yeah, good light or what? No, not too bad. Hi everybody, good evening. Oh, good to see you all here, enjoying it so far. My name's John Terrick, I am a Wurundjeri Elder. Gives me privilege to conduct welcome on behalf of my people and welcome you to our country. I'll just turn this way a bit. So, Wominjeka Kundibik, welcome to the lands of my Wurundjeri people, my traditional custodians. The lands my traditional ancestors protected and cared for. I pay my respects to elders past, present, and also other elders from elsewhere. If there are other elders from anywhere else, welcome. Elders taught the young traditional living culture, law, where am I up to? Survival knowledge. A bit lighter, the light's not that good for glasses. Where am I? They walked their boundaries to identify what land belonged to which clans and protect their rights. It's like having your own property. Knowledge was also passed by art, storytelling and dance, and through songlines. How to care for the lands. Throughout the seasons, how to deal with it culturally on a daily basis. We ask that you respect the land, stories, our culture, as we share it with you. Wayari on country, building peace and harmony during our journeys forward with respect. And that's pretty much all we ask, just that we build pathways together, being inclusive, connecting with each other, and earning respect, so that we can build a good path forward with peace and harmony. And, you know, the way the world is at the moment, we certainly need that. A lot of harmony. So my people came together a lot with corroborees, obviously, to celebrate through music. Our traditional music, like the didgeridoo, clapsticks, and whatever else we could get in with. But I'll leave that with you, and I thank you very much, Ngujin. Have a very good night, and God bless you.
Thank you, John, for welcoming us, and we pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging.
And as we begin, I'd like to thank Music Australia for supporting Folk Alliance Australia. Yes. Now, time for our first performance. And what a treat it is. Our first performance this evening is a finalist in the Zulia Kamalova Award, Kankawa Nagara, and joined tonight by a finalist in the Solo Artist of the Year category, Archer. Please welcome them as they perform Wilmani.
Good evening. It is such a pleasure to be with you tonight. And let me introduce the song. The song is in my language, Walmajari, which is the language of the Fitzroy Valley. Has anyone been to Fitzroy Crossing? Well, that is where I have about 3 affiliations of my traditional land in Fitzroy Crossing. I speak 3 languages, and one of them is Walmajari, which is a language of my grandmother. So, and as well as the standard English and the other language called Creole. So, does anyone speak Creole here or no? Anyway, let us sing to you in Walmajari, and the song is actually a very sad song, which speaks of our people, the old people, disappearing off the land and not being there to teach our young people, the youth, and guide them through the land. And so we have a lot of old people gone, disappeared off the land, and so it's quite a sad song, an ode to the old people who have gone, the storytellers. Wanjula Balu Will Marni Will Marni Will Marni Wanjula Balu Will Marni Will Marni Will Marni Burgu burgu Banan banan wandi Will Marni Will Marni Burgu burgu Banan banan wandi Will Marni Will Marni Benanguru wandi Yaba Jirgile ganu Jirgile ganu Benanguru wandi Yaba Jirgile gano. Will Marnie Will Marnie.
Well, thank you so much for that wonderful opening performance. So Derek mentioned the Zulia Kamalova Award, and that's a new award that Vocal Alliance Australia is delighted to introduce this year. It commemorates Tatar Australian singer Zulia Kamalova, who sadly left us in 2024. Zulia made a lasting contribution to Australian folk music, and this award has been established to recognise, support and encourage artists from culturally diverse backgrounds. The award is presented in partnership with Andrew Tanner, Zulia's partner, and it recognises an outstanding song in languages other than English, played in any folk music genre. So we're very pleased to welcome Andrew Tanner to the stage to announce the finalists and the winner of the inaugural Zulia Kamalova Award. Andrew.
But I did want to just give, by way of a bit of an introduction to the award, a bit more background. And I'm also here with Ziffa, our daughter, as well. She'll be presenting the award. I just wanted to give you a bit more background. So at the last award ceremony here, I was on stage here accepting a posthumous Lifetime Achievement Award for Zulia. I noted then that she passed away just 6 weeks previously. So obviously it's been a year since then, and a lot's happened. In honour of her memory, we had a big tribute concert at the National Folk Festival. That was really great. And thanks to Chris Stone and the team at the National for organising that. We also had a benefit concert in this very venue. With huge support from Will and the team at the Brunswick Ballroom. In August, we had a big benefit concert celebrating Zulia's birthday. We raised several $1,000s for the Melbourne City Mission Palliative Care, who helped out Zulia in the last stages of her life. So big thanks to Will and the venue for that. It's a massive effort. And the other big thing, of course, is having discussions with the Folk Alliance about the best way to have an ongoing sort of recognition of Zulia's legacy and honouring her contributions to the folk music scene over the last 30 years. So I could stand here for hours talking about Zulia, but we obviously don't have the time. But the way I see it is one of her big missions in life was to increase the total amount of beauty in the world, and she did that through music and song. And she arrived in Tasmania as a young Tatar immigrant from Russia in the early 90s, and spent the next 3 decades of her life, of our lives as well, enriching Australian cultural life, and with her music, with her presence, with her songs, with this unique vision that she had. It was mediated through her Tatar language and Russian language as well. And that was really important to her to sing these songs in language. And so we came up with this idea for an award for the category of Best Song in a language or languages other than English. And so I'd want to thank Keith and Therese, particularly at the Folk Alliance, for helping make sure that happened as well. as Uncle John mentioned earlier, sort of judging by the state of public discourse at the moment and the nature of recent protests, we've seen neo-Nazis openly marching in the streets, and we've also had this sort of the backlash since the unsuccessful referendum on the voice to Parliament as well. So there's never been a more important time to not just to tolerate, not just to recognise or acknowledge, not even to celebrate, but to sort of actively promote and reward culturally and linguistically diverse voices in Australia. That includes Indigenous voices, that includes immigrant voices, it includes sort of heritage language communities as well. So English alone doesn't necessarily hold all the answers for the questions that artists want to ask. And so I think this is a really fitting award for Zuli. I think she'd be proud to have her name attached to this. And we are certainly proud. So these communities that I mentioned have a lot to give to the country and to us. And one very personal example is that last year when Zulia was very sick in hospital, Therese and the team at the White put together a benefit concert to support us with her medical expenses and so on. And they put together an amazing lineup of local musicians from all sorts of backgrounds, and they raised $10,000 to contribute to medical expenses. Now, sadly, that money wasn't spent because she died just a few weeks after that. So I've been wondering what to do with that money since then. It's been burning a hole in my pocket. And so after discussions with the Folk Alliance, we agreed that Ziffa and I are going to contribute $1,000 prize money to this award every year until that money runs out. So giving back to that community that was ready to support us. So that's for the artists to spend on whatever they need. So that's studio time, gear, rent, food, petrol, a holiday, whatever. So we were really delighted with the quality. We're quite amazed actually at the quality of the entries in this category. And I wish I could give an award to each of you. That's not possible. But also the existence of this category shouldn't discourage you from submitting entries to any of the other categories that also fit your music. So this shouldn't be like a ghetto for the culturally diverse people on the folk music scene. Any category should be open to you. I'm going to. So the finalists were Parvin Bennett. Sorry, I don't have the song names in front of me. They were for the actual for specific songs. Vanessa Estrada, Pauline Morty, Kankawa Nagaro, who you just heard from, and Zoj. And now I'm going to. Applause for Zoj as well. I'm going to ask Ziffa now she'll be presenting the award.
The winner of the inaugural Zuli Kamala Award is Zoj.
Well done, well deserved.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ziva and Andrew and Folk Alliance we're really honored to receive this beautiful award in memory of Zulia, such an incredible musician and someone who cared deeply about keeping native language alive. Zulia's legacy reminds us how much language and culture shapes who we are and how we connect. Our diversity makes Australia what it is. When we celebrate and share different languages, we open the door to more understanding and more openness and more life in our music and in ourselves. The piece that received this award is called Caspian, as you heard it. It's about a longing for home, for connection, for people and places we hold close in our memories. It's based on Persian poetry, sung in Farsi, and it's about standing on the shore of Caspian Sea, sending love across distance, and finding belonging through sound. And it means a lot that it's been recognized here, given myself and all Iranian women are fighting for freedom of our lives, our voices. The whole piece was improvised, just a musical conversation between Zoj and Brett Langsford, recorded in Australian bush at Brett's beautiful studio in Ramsey, which reminds me that wherever I go, we can always find kindness and the embrace of nature to hold us and love us. I want to thank Brian O'Dwyer, my other half, for his endless love, support, and belief in what we do together. Brett Langsford for his generosity, creativity, and big heart. Miles Mumford for always being with us, honesty, and for capturing everything so beautifully. Congratulations to all the nominees. You all rock. And thank you, Folk Alliance, Zifa, Andrew, for creating this award in Zulia's honor. She's deeply missed, but her spirit is still with us. Here is to more music and that speaks to our heart and brings us together so much closer.
Well done, Zoj. And thank you so much, Andrew and Zifa. Thank you so much. Now, next, we honour solo artists, those brave souls who carry a whole band in one heartbeat. And the finalists for Solo Artist of the Year this year are Archer, Felicity Dowd, Georgia Mooney, Karen Law, and Noriko Tadano.
And the Solo Folk Artist of the Year 2025 is Noriko Tadano.
Traditional shamisen, the three-string Japanese musical instrument, has crossed the borders from Japan to jazz clubs and festivals across Australia, proving that folk truly speaks every language. Noriko.
Good evening, everybody. Konbanwa. Yeah, that's in my language. Good evening. Thank you so much for this great honor, sort of award, and I feel very, very happy and over the moon. Oh, I practice, but first of all, thank you so much for the all the judges to choose me, and I feel this is wonderful. That's as an immigrant, Japanese traditional folk singer, and a female receiving this award is shows that Australia is very open for any cultures and any backgrounds, but interested in those different cultures and accept. And all the festivals, events, I'd like to acknowledge the huge thank you to them. That's first they allow me to perform at their stages so that I could perform to the Australian public and could introduce my culture and the music. Without them, I just couldn't express my music. So I'd like to say huge thank you to them too. And Folk Alliance Australia is giving me this great opportunity. It's such I love Australia because of the reason. No matter who you are, and getting acknowledgement like this, it's wonderful. And huge thank you to all my fans and friends who always support me and encourage me. Sometimes they give me the tips that, how it'll work for Western side of the brain, and it will quite helpful. And 20 years ago, I was busking in Melbourne on Elizabeth Street. And one Japanese taiko drama, Toshinori Sakamoto, came to watch me. And it's sort of the audition that if she's good enough. And in the end, I passed the audition and be part of his band and started going around Australia. And seeing that lots of Australian students and kids at the high schools and primary schools, it's also that the eyes are very open for any cultures, any sort of, music and art, and no sort of obligation or the wall between us through the music. So I could experience because of him. So I'd like to say thank you to him as well. But also my family, Australian family, and the Japanese family, both of them always encouraged me. Unfortunately, my Japanese side of the family, my mom and dad are in Japan with my nephew and then my sisters in Canada, so they couldn't be here to be part of this wonderful moment. However, I wear the kimono my mom chose, but I paid it for. And I'm going to play the shamisen, which is the instrument I'm going to play, is from a gift from my father. So I feel they're still around tonight to celebrate this amazing moment. And I'd like to say a huge thank you to my son Taiki. My beloved husband / manager and Lodi and do everything. Simon Colbrook. And then my little tomcat Genki staying in Adelaide. They're always oasis for me, healing my heart. And without them, I couldn't motivate it to go around the world or do any project. And yeah, they definitely mean over my life, this life. And all the musicians I met in Australia, especially since I came to here, all of them are my teachers. They told me what is the different music and different culture. And without them, I couldn't stand on here this moment because my music wouldn't cross or it wouldn't cross over to communicate with you. So I'd like to huge thank you to all musicians and collaborators and artists and who helped me and taught me. And lastly, I'd like to say huge appreciation and respect to the universe and also all the ancestors of all of us. I feel always supported because of them. So everybody, thank you so much. And please support my music as this is not the last achievement, but the new beginning for me, and I'm not gonna stop. So please support me as you always do. Thank you very much, and ありがとうございます。
Just while Noriko's getting her instrument, I should have mentioned, please, to have your phones turned off, unless you're a performer, of course, in which case put it on silent, but you never know when your agent might call. Actually, you do. Not going to.
And here to perform for us now, our solo artist of the year, Noriko Tadano.
Yeah, I'm going to sing one just a cappella song as the beginning, and following that, I'm going to play instrumental song, which is a very traditional piece. And first song is the meaning that it's actually a wedding song and traditional one. However, I really like the lyric. It says, "I'll be back again, but till then, please take care of yourself." So I'd like to dedicate this song all of you here tonight and all of people behind of the camera or screen. They're supporting all the folk music and everything. And the second, the instrumental one for the, again, dedicated to all of you for the doing well in the rest of the 2025 and 2026.
Wow. What a stunning performance. Thank you again. Noriko Tadano, thank you. So now we're presenting the first Lifetime Award of the year for 2025. And to tell us more about this award, I'd like to hand over to Therese Virtue, board member of Folk Alliance Australia and director of the much-loved Boîte here in Melbourne.
Thank you very much. It's a great honour to be up here tonight and a great honour to... Thank you, Ellen. Yeah, that's all right. It's a great honour to undertake the task I'm about to. So, I'm about to present a Lifetime Award to someone who I'm sure you will all recognise and know, and in fact be in awe of the work he's done across a lifetime in folk music here in Australia, although that's not where he began. I remember John McCausland from when he organised the folk festival, the National Folk Festival at La Trobe University. It was huge. It nearly killed the team. And I remember John as a wonderful folk singer, such a beguiling singing voice. He was just fantastic on stage. As happens too often, I think, to folk music performers, he slid by one mechanism or another into organising. And he's done heaps of it. So he was the festival director of the Brunswick Music Festival and Across the Borders, an event artist management and international touring agency. He started as a performer. He was director of the 1986 National Folk Festival. He was an Australia Council-funded music coordinator in Brunswick and manager of the Brunswick Recordings. In 2008, he was awarded the Graham Squance Award for his services to folk music in Victoria. He served as the chairperson of Folk Alliance Australia from 2011 to 2013, and he was treasurer of our organisation from 2014 until this year. So please welcome John McCausland.
Driving down this cold town road, listen to my rubber tires whine. Goodbye to Buckeye and White Sycamore, I'm leaving you goodbye.
Oh, I don't know. I just died in the arse. I truly did not have the faintest idea. I was kind of hoping maybe it wouldn't happen, but I've got to thank them, all my good friends and comrades and people that I've been working with for a long time, since before I even came here, and that's a long time ago. Yeah, I just don't know what to say. It's wonderful that tonight has worked out just fabulous. Wonderful to see you all here. And let's hope you keep coming for as long as you can, as long as you don't have to cope with mobility problems. Anyway, I don't know what to say. Thank you very much.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, John. Thanks, Therese. Therese will be back a bit later on because there's more Lifetime Achievements Awards to come. But right now, back to the music-specific awards, and it's time for the Folk Artist Duo of the Year. And the fabulous duos for 2025 are Broken Creek, Mickey and Michelle, We Mavericks, the Raglands, and Mundy and Turner. And the winners are Broken Creek.
Broken Creek.
I dream of the old red barn. The red barn. I dream of the old red barn. Oh, amazing. I've been thinking a lot about why I love folk music so much and this amazing folk music community. Why does it feel different? Why does it feel like home? And I think it's not just me. I think we can all feel like we can be ourselves in folk music, right? And I was thinking, and I thought, well, folk music at its heart, it's this gift-giving community. You know, we receive the gifts of songs. We've received the gifts of already amazing music tonight from the performers and amazing music from all the finalists in all the categories. We receive these gifts of songs and stories. We share tunes, advice, rides, and homes with generosity. And Locke and I, you know, we're here because of the gifts that other people have given us. Our parents who filled our home with music. Those who pulled up a chair to welcome us into the folk music scene. And specifically, I think for the Broken Creek project, Stringmania Camp and the Grain Store in Nathalia, who have dreamed up and created whole new worlds of music, sharing and hope.
The thing I love about folk music is that it's not an industry, it's an ecology. It survives because all these intertwined bits of care keep it alive. Musicians learning from each other, people putting on festivals, volunteers setting up chairs, selling raffle tickets, the people booking halls and doing sound and chasing grants, and the people who just keep turning up to the gigs. Every time someone drives an hour to see a show in a country hall or puts up a banjo player they've never met in their spare room or shares a great song they've heard, that's part of the ecology too. Erin and I feel blessed to sit in our little corner of it, writing songs about small towns and old stories, digging through archives to find the threads that connect us. Folk isn't just about pining for the past. It's a way of asking who we are in this place and who we could be if we listen to each other. So to everybody who keeps this whole unlikely thing going, thank you. In a world where the horizon of our desire is often just an online purchase, you're choosing to do something hard and it's more beautiful. You're making culture by hand and that's worth everything. Thank you.
So as you heard, Broken Creek reimagines Australiana on banjo, guitar, fiddle and voice. They perform original songs about small-town Australia, tunes inspired by the landscape, and reinterpret lost songs from the archive.
The spotlight's working beautifully.
So please welcome as they perform for us the duo of the year, Broken Creek.
That's my height. Come all of you Australians and everyone besides, I'll sing to you a tale of woe in just a sound of lies. I'll sing to you of poor Ben Hall, his rebellion and downfall. What's man got to do in a colony when his back's up against the wall? They locked him up on false witness and left his cows to starve. But he came back home to a burnt-out farm with carcasses in the yard. An outcast from society, wife left and took his son. What's man got to do in a colony when they force you on the run? £1,000 upon his head, 3 years he ruled the road. But he never robbed a needy man, he kept his moral code. To the poor he was a hero, they called him Bob Hall. What's a man got to do in a colony when he lives outside the law? It was a quiet dawn at Goobong Creek, he thought he was alone. But the silence cracked when the bull had fired and tore right through his bones. 12 rifles aimed towards his head, executed in the mud. What's a man got to do in a colony when they shoot you in cold blood? They can kill the man, but not the cause they thought they had nailed. But we'll curse the empire and its laws. True crooks are never jailed. We'll remember him in the streets of Forbes, singing songs of Bob Hall. And what's a man's got to do in a colony when his back's up against the wall?
The Lifetime Award recognition is for someone whose artistry and community spirit has left a lasting imprint on Australian folk music. It's a celebration not just of a career, but of a lifetime devoted to song, culture and connection. And I'm pleased to invite Therese back now to present our second Lifetime Award for this evening.
Thank you, Derek. Margaret Road Knight's voice is phenomenal. It's a mighty voice, and anyone who's heard her once will remember it always. For more than 50 years, Margaret's been singing Australian folk music from smoky cafes to festival main stages, but she's sung in a huge variety of styles: blues, jazz, gospel, comedy, cabaret, as well as folk, and she's toured the world numerous times, often representing Australia. The 70s marked the start of her recording career, and there were variations on that theme during the 80s: concerts, clubs and campuses, the National Folk Festival and overseas tours, more festivals, more albums, radio and TV. In 2018, she received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the inaugural Australian Women in Music Awards. Please welcome Margaret Road Knight. Wherever you choose, Margaret.
I don't know. Never changes, hanging out with all those midgets.
Know how you feel.
Derek and I. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Wish I'd known the running order, I might have been here earlier. The Folk Alliance, thank you so much. It's way more than 50 years, but you can't count many more than half a century. So, and then I had to think about well, I'd rather sing than say, so do I choose the chorus from the Tom Paxton song? Thank you for the honour of your company. The music is sweet as a red wine. Thanks for the company, thanks for the harmony. I'm here to say the honour is all mine. But no, I thought, hang on, way back in the 90s I had somebody write special songs for my musical biography. And I did constantly go to the United States, and of course I'm aware of the mainstream show business. Luckily we're on the fringes of it, where there's more sanity. But I thought, yes, you just never know. The strangest things creep up into top 40s and top hits and get Grammy Awards. And of course, if you're in America to get a Grammy Award, the main thing you notice in the acceptance speeches, the first thanks go to, thank God for the songs with 3 chords. Thank God for the Grammy Awards. Thank God for the humble CD. Thank God for the entire industry. Thank God for my nomination and for inventing the standing ovation. Thank God for my meagre talents, and thank God for my substantial bank balance. Thank God. So I thank John Shorters for writing those songs for me, but I never got to sing them on the stage in the United States. Instead, I'll give you this one. as a non-songwriter, I have been known to dabble with the lyrics of songs, and sometimes to the annoyance of the original composers, but never mind. They can cry all the way to the bank for all I care. So here's Loudon Wainwright's song that applies to quite a few of us. As Therese mentioned, 50 years. No. For 60 years now, I have strummed on guitars. Too many lost thumb picks, 4 fingertip scars. I must have broken hundreds of strings, picking and strumming, playing these things, banging and tuning and playing these things. It's been even longer than 60 years that I've sung some of these songs. Oh, well over 1,000 and still going strong, about girls in our town or Peace of the Dove. Oh, but less than you would think about unhappy love. Only occasionally unhappy love. Sure, it's music for money, but I do it for fun. I know how to do it, it is easily done. To stand on a stage no longer makes me afraid. I am comfortable up here. It's gotten me laid. And it always amazes me when I get paid. So here I am doing all that I can do. I'm playing, you're paying, oh, I'm grateful to you. Indoors or outdoors, at home and abroad, I sing these songs, people applaud. Trust you're not different. And when I finish, just coming around the corner, you'll applaud. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. Thank you so much. And now it's time for the President of Folk Alliance Australia to say a few words to us. Please welcome to the stage Keith Preston.
Margaret Road night tonight. So on behalf of Folk Alliance, welcome to those online. I'd like to acknowledge all the VIPs, which is welcome to you tonight for coming. Congratulations to the 60 finalists and the award recipients. And thank you to our compares, Derek and Fiona. We really appreciate that. The Folk Awards are coordinated or overseen by the Committee of Folk Alliance Australia. So a big hand for our national committee. And we have 6 of our committee here tonight. So please, if you're here, put up your hand. So we have 6 of our number here. There's 9 of us. Thank you, of course, to the 55 panellists or judges for the awards. They're based all around the country and they do a great job. Thank you to the Brunswick Ballroom for having us again for the 4th year. So this is the 5th. The first one was held in Adelaide. We've had 4 here, so thanks to the Brunswick Ballroom for hosting us. The AFMAs are an established part of the Australian folk music landscape. They're a high point for the folk music community. They're a showcase of what is currently happening in the country. But they're more than what's happening at folk festivals. And I think we need to, when you come to the awards, you realise people are doing it in concert halls, opera houses, contemporary music festivals, community celebrations, council events, just everywhere. Folk music is everywhere. It's crossing genres, it's innovating, it's touring, it's recording, it's creating new work. at an astounding rate. Our biggest awards are the ones for recording. So people are doing an awful lot of recording. So people are doing really exciting work in many places. They're a spin-off for the finalists, we know that. It helps them open doors, it helps them with their resume, it opens opportunities for them. So, but they're also flying the flag for Australian folk music here and elsewhere. We're especially pleased we brought in one new award this year, the Zulia Award, for a song in languages other than English. Special thanks to Andrew Tanner. This year we received a record number of entries. The bad news, half of them came in the last 3 days. So please get yourself organised next year. It was a bigger job for our judges too, so thanks again to the judges. Entries, wider range of genres, different styles of folk music, young people, old people, male, female, LGBT, culturally diverse, Indigenous, regional, city, young, old, and even older. All the nominations were excellent, they were worthy. So thank you to everyone who nominated this year. Another round of applause. Thank you to the 3,000 people who voted in the People's Choice Award. That was a separate award by public voting. So a little bit about Folk Alliance. We've had a very positive 12 months. We thank Music Australia. We've now, for the first time, received a little bit of funding from Music Australia, which is really helping us to further our aims. Music Australia tomorrow, bad timing for us, but good for them, has got the Australian Arts Today. It's the Giving Day for Arts. On your table is that, and you'll see there's a QR code. If you want to give to Folk Alliance, that fundraising is going towards our small grant scheme. We like to raise money and give some money to small folk arts projects. So in the next year, we'll be launching a new website. We'll be presenting events in partnership at the National Folk Festival. We'll be sending a delegate to Folk Alliance International in New Orleans. We'll be conducting membership campaigns. We will be holding next year a second Folk Festivals Roundtable Conference and establishing the Folk Festivals Network, increasing our advocacy and continuing our youth artist program. The best way you can support us is by being a member and by telling everyone what a great organisation Folk Alliance Australia is. So, again, thank you, and I'll pass you back to Fiona and Derek.
Thank you, Keith. So, on to our next category. The nominees in this category are masters of their craft, elevating every performance with skill and a deep musicality that speaks for itself. The finalists for Instrumentalist of the Year are Robert Zielinski, Justin Vilches, Nick Charles, Marcus Church, and Mons Matsumoto.
And the winner is Robert Zielinski.
Robert's fiddle playing Bridges Islands, West Coast and Western Australia's Kari forests. And congratulations, Robert. Well done.
Thank you. Thanks very much. So, I can't believe I'm wearing a jacket. I'm not one great one for speeches, but I'd like to. I was just thinking I'd like to say thanks to all the people in WA. I used to go down to the Armidale Folk Club when I was 10, and then I'd be playing tunes with Sean Doherty and the likes of Mickey Doherty. So, and I went to Ireland when I was 17, but I don't know, the album came out of living in an amazing place. The inspiration behind the album was the Torbay Inlet, and very privileged to have lived there. And I kind of had to share that and put that into a musical form. And I'd like to thank Jim Green, Manuela Centani, and our friend Melinda Forsyth, who couldn't make it, for playing on the album, Lee Bundle for producing it. But the most thanks goes to Manuela Centani, my partner, because without it, the album wouldn't have been made. And that's because, I recorded my parts out in the bush. And to give you some example, I had around about 100 takes of a tune, all in different files all over the place. And Manuela came in and sorted all that out. And she did a 28-page booklet, all her photographs, beautiful photographs of hers. So, and look, I just want to thank the Folk Alliance and everyone here, all the other performers. Great stuff. Thanks.
I should point out that Robert is not only the winner of Instrumentalist of the Year, but he was also a finalist in both traditional and contemporary albums of the year too. And we haven't announced those ones as yet. But it does highlight what a special album Kiangarada is. And we're thrilled that he's going to play for us right now, as soon as he's got his fiddle. Please welcome Robert back.
So we're going to start with a piece called The White Bird. It's a central piece of the day part of the suite. The suite is 24 hours, dawn to dusk and dusk to dawn. And the White Bird is like that moment when you're out in the bush and you just know you're being watched. And then we're going to go into Great Southern Raining, which is the power of the Great Southern Ocean. And then into the night time, we're going to go into the middle of a very still night in the Kari forest. And then, as a kind of a hats off to the older tradition, the Paddy Fitzes, the Mick Dohertys, the Sean Dohertys, and all these great people that we owe so much, we might chance the flogging reel. This is Jim Green. The amazing Manuela.
Thank you, Robert, and crew. It's my honour to now present the Folk Community Cultural Project of the Year. The nominees for this award are Good Tunes, Immortal, yes, the Jingly Song Project, Old Stone Hall Music Series, and Brisbane Unplugged Gigs, or The Bug.
And the winner is the Jingly Song Project.
Created in Darwin's top end, this project revived ancestral songs through collaboration between elders and young performers, basically creating a living archive.
Thank you so much. I wasn't supposed to say many words today because I was going to be here with Stuart Joel Nugget, a Coolamundini man from Elliot, lives in Alice Springs these days. But in a reflection of what it's like to be a remote and regional artist. He scrounged, we got a quick response grant. Arts NT, shout out to you. I hope you're still going to pay, even though Stu didn't make it here. But then because of the wind and delays, he's stuck in Sydney. So yes, it's such a shame because Stu was so excited to be here. And it's incredible work. Like I say, as a white fella that's working in the Indigenous space, I know it's not my story to tell, but just quickly, depending on who you ask, there are 5 or 6 speakers of the Jingaloo language left. And the work that Stu does with his mum is keeping it alive, at least through song. Just a quick shout out to all the folk festivals that have supported the project. Cresfest, Nanup, National Folk Festival, Port Fairy. The band, The Reasons to Live, Mark Smith, Dan Davis, Aidan McKay, Ben Allen, Glennie Ray, anyone who's ever done anything, and just the chance to be able to work with Stu. Big love to him. And this project doesn't happen without Stu, and it doesn't happen without his mum, Janet, either, who was one of the last fluent speakers. But yes, if you can all just say with me the word Munditch. Munditch. There you go, you're a Jingaloo speaker. Please make all the noise so hopefully Stu in Sydney can hear us on this studio.
Okay. So some people are folk music itself, and this is embodied in the 2025 Contribution to Folk Award. And no one fits that description better than folklorist, storyteller, publisher, performer Warren Fay. So congratulations to Warren for being awarded the Contribution to Folk Award. Unfortunately, he couldn't be with us tonight. Shuri Harvey's accepting the award on his behalf, and we've got a video from Warwick.
Thank you for this great honour. Folk music has been my life. I turn 80, I can't believe it, in 2 months' time, and there isn't a day that goes by without me writing about it, singing, or playing my concertina. I still go to bed learning new songs and revising old ones, and I wake up singing them. I never intended to become a performer, but after my collecting stints in the late 1960s and in the 70s, I was determined to tell the stories behind the songs. My group, the Larrikins, always upheld the tradition. I also wanted to break the bush band mould. I always had a woman in our group. I thought it was very important, and that was from the 1960s on. So I'm going out with a bang. I'm joining Martin Wyndham Reed and we're doing some festivals. We'll be at Cabargo and the National, and we're also doing a special concert at the National Library where we're saluting the collections from the 1950s on, all those great songs. And we'll be popping up here, there and everywhere. I will also be releasing some books and some more videos and so forth, but what I do know is that I'll always be discovering the magic that's folk music. Have a great night.
So, the People's Choice Award is next, and this is always a fun part of the evening. So here are the finalists. Australian Celtic Women, Claymore, Ernest Ains, Marilla Holmes, Mzaza, Midnight Chicken, Murphy's Pigs, Piritu, the Heart Collectors, the Royal High Jinks, and the Water Runners. So for the People's Choice Award, we'd first of all like to acknowledge the runners-up, who are the Water Runners. So from Kiama, New South Wales, the Water Runners blend traditional folk and bluegrass in songs rich in melody and storytelling that reflect the landscape of their experiences, all delivered in an engaging stage show and with a sound that is distinctly Australian. They've played at festivals, folk clubs and venues around Australia, won various songwriting awards, were People's Choice finalists in the 2021 Australian Folk Music Awards, and were awarded Best Band in the 2020 National Busking Championships. So let's hear what they have to say about their award. Are we going to hear
Hi,
that?
I'm John.
I'm Danita.
I'm Neil.
And I'm James. And we're
The Water Runners.
Thank you so much for all those who voted for us in the People's Choice Awards with Folk Alliance. We're so chuffed to have made runners-up, particularly given the standard of the other acts. So we're really stoked. And we're sorry we couldn't be there tonight, but have a great night.
Yeah, we really appreciate the Folk Alliance holding these awards. The recognition means a lot to us and it helps get folk music out there.
Thank you to everyone who supports folk music by coming to festivals, buying CDs and records, buying merch. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you.
And a big congratulations to the winners and other nominees. Hopefully we can catch you at a festival sometime soon.
Keep folk alive.
Congratulations again to our runners-up. And now, the People's Choice Award 2025 goes to, in their own words, the most famous band you've never heard of. Congratulations once again to Murphy's Pigs. From Brisbane.
Forget your toil, forget your strife, forget the world and all its grief. Your glass is full. Enjoy tonight. Our time together may be brief. A toast to friends, a toast to kin, a toast to those beyond the veil. We make amends for all our sins.
From Brisbane to Brittany, they've stormed stages with their wild mix of humour, heart and harmony. And now they're about to celebrate their 20th year in the folk music world.
First of all, I want to thank Folk Alliance for the award, and especially those of our supporters who voted for us. Congratulations to the finalists. God, there's a lot. Never thought the list was going to end there. You know, a friend of mine once said that we're as close as you can to the world's biggest boy band. Big dreams, but really not worthy of, you know, being on stage because we're just crazy. We love the folk music tradition. We love the oral tradition, especially when it comes to Celtic music. It's taken us everywhere. We've been, like I said, from Brisbane to France. We do the songs from everywhere, from Scotland, Ireland, Wales, Cornwall, the Isle of Man, Brittany, and the northwest of Spain. And the music is fantastic. And it's tribal, and it really gets you in. There's only 5% of the band here tonight, but I'd like to, you know, we should congratulate Peter and Dennis and Chris and Dan and Bruce, Bill, Neil, Kieran, Gregory, Glenn. Then we've got our crew of Dave, Mel and Andrew, our dancers, Shay, Eden, Shauna, Moira, Hamish and Millicent, and our long-suffering manager, Scott. Look, yeah, the poor bastard, he pulls his hair out trying to get us together for anything is just about impossible. But thanks again for this, really appreciate it. And this is a great event, and yes, long live folk music. Thank you.
And now can I invite Therese back to present our final Lifetime Achievement Award.
That's fantastic. Thanks, Derek. Thanks, everybody. So it's such a shame that our next winner can't be here. She's a most wonderful performer and much more than that. She's a collector. She's a community leader in a particular direction. She's a conservationist. She's someone who has helped raise the voices of children and women in remote communities in the top end. She's learned languages and she's helped to bring healing and hope for the future generations and to help people find their self-confidence to speak up for the future in their own languages. She's a multi-award-winning Yanua and Waddaman singer-songwriter, and she's spent more than 25 years using music as a powerful tool for healing and connection. She's passionate about the importance of every individual voice, and she's dedicated her career to empowering others through song. Her work's been recognised nationally. She was appointed an Officer of the Order of Australia for her outstanding contribution to the performing arts, Indigenous communities and not-for-profits. She's received numerous awards and accolades, including ARIA nominations and recognition as the Northern Territory Australian of the Year. Her heart remains with the communities where it all begins, working at grassroots level across remote Australia to inspire and create change. Her extraordinary artistry extends to singing in more than 20 first languages, helping to revive and celebrate languages that are considered dormant. She couldn't be here with us tonight to accept the award, but she sends her warmest regards and she says she's deeply honoured to receive this recognition. And personally, I think it's an honour for us to give this Lifetime Award to Shelley Morris. So.
Talking stories.
So it's time for a bit more live music. What's the opposite of live music?
I'm saying nothing.
Yeah, okay, no, fair enough. Mzaza weave French, Spanish and Balkan influences into a rich and theatrical landscape. Their music reminds us of how folk traditions can travel, evolve and find new homes. Please welcome Mzaza to the stage.
Wonderful. Finalist is a songwriter in the Zoya Kamalova Award and finalist also in the People's Choice and Group of the Year Award to come. Please, again, welcome Mzaza.
Good evening, bonsoir. I'm Pauline and I've got John here and together we're a third of Mzaza, so we're going to do our best to represent. And the song that we've chosen to play for you is a song called Stardust from our album The Birth and Death of Stars. It's a song that was written by myself and bass player Goran Gajic from East of West. And we're doing a bit of a reinterpretation of it, but it's a song to pick up on some themes that have been gently stroked, we'll say today. It's a song that's about connection. It's about the connection that we have to each other, but also to the world around us and the universe and how, you know, we all share a lot of DNA and there's not really that much that's different between us. So we should lead with love and with compassion and that's what I wish for all of us. So here we go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The dappled light has nothing to reveal, I've nothing to hide. Tangled up in time, sun dancing on my skin, abandoned to the wind. The morning is ours, this moment is mine. When I lay in the river, the rocks weighed me down, but I never drowned. Once I flew through the fire, my wings burnt to black, but I didn't die. When they hand the judgment down, nothing matters, the music starts. When the Big Bang settles down, I look through the smoke to find your heart. Your love lifts me up, sets me free to the skies. Just a cloud of stellar dust, the Milky Way as my gown. Like a deer in an attack, my head falls back, my heart is pounding, your warmth folds me in. Our shadow friends move in the cave, we're all the same, there can be no slaves. When I lay in the river, the rocks weighed me down, but I never drowned. Once I flew through the fire, my wings burnt to black, but I didn't die. When they hand the judgment down, nothing matters, the music starts. When the Big Bang settles down, I look through the smoke to find your heart. Your love lifts me up, sets me free to the skies. Just a cloud of stellar dust, the Milky Way as my gown. Ooh. Starts when the Big Bang settles down. I look through the smoke to find your heart. Your love lifts me me free to the skies. Just a cloud of stellar dust, the Milky Way as my gown. Thank you so much.
Well, now it's time to present the award for Folk Artist of the Year, Group or Ensemble. This award celebrates outstanding collaboration, creativity and musicianship within a group. And the finalists are The Maze, Mzaza, The Heart Collectors, Bush Gothic, Gusto Gusto.
And the winner is Mzaza.
As I said just a few moments ago, and as you indeed just heard, Mzaza weave a musical tapestry of influences into a rich and theatrical landscape. Congratulations, you guys. Well done.
The morning is right, this moment is ours. When I lay in the river, the rocks weighed me down, but I never drowned. Once I flew through the fire, my wings burned too bright, but I didn't die. When they hand the judgment down, nothing matters, the music starts. When the Big Bang settles down, I look through the smoke to find your heart. Your love lifts me up, sets me free to the sky. Just a cloud of stellar dust, the Milky Way as my gown. Thank you so much. We sounded exactly like the original version, right? Thank you. This means so much. Thank you so much to Folk Alliance Australia for all the amazing work that they do to advocate for folk and folk artists around the country and now overseas as well. A massive amount of respect to all of our fellow finalists, but to musicians in general for continuing to make beauty in the face of all odds. I think this must be probably one of the worst times in history to be working in music. So let's keep being insane together. It's good. This award, it allows us to mark a huge year, to be honest. Like Mzaza in the last 12 months has done about 35 representations of our show, The Birth and Death of Stars, nationally in 6 states and territories. And we've also delivered over 40 free workshops to community music workshops to share the love of playing music, to give people an opportunity to play music on stage, but also to connect with each other. And those are often coordinated by our amazing violinist Greta, so huge props to her and for the work that she does. I want to thank every Mzaza band member that we've ever had over the last 21 years and everyone who contributes to our work and our success, and that's people behind the scenes as well. We have an amazing sound guy who tours with us called Marco. We've also got a production manager called Justin, a director who's worked with us, Benjamin Napton, who's done fantastic work, and we've also got Jenny, who toils with me in the office and has helped us for a long time pro bono to do our books and keep things square. And we all know that, you know, being a musician is not only the glamour, it's also a lot of admin. So we're very grateful for that. And as a first generation migrant, this award means so much. And it's amazing to be recognized as the Group of the Year for songs that are, for me, often in a language other than English. And it's actually been absolutely, I've had tears in my eyes multiple times tonight seeing how many people from diverse backgrounds and how many women have been on this stage, because when I came to this country, I didn't hear myself or see myself represented in our music. And still today in our charts or in our more mainstream music, I don't see myself represented, but I certainly see myself represented here tonight. And I think these awards make real change, and they say really loud that we as diverse musicians are part of our Australian identity, our musical identity, but also our identity, and that just means so much. So I just want to hand over to John as well, who's the long-standing guitarist in Mzaza.
Thank you, everyone. I'd just like to say a big thank you to friends, family, supporters and audiences in places we've had the opportunity to play, but big thanks to Pauline for continuing to create, compose and arrange story, language and song, to a huge number of tasks to make music happen as well as sing beautifully. Thanks to Mzaza troupe now, past members, collaborators, musical adventurers and your talents. Well done, the amazing Greta Kelly, Gwenny Warnick, Ricardo Bonner and Zulf Barros, the current lineup of musicians who bring the breadth of repertoire and mix without borders from Balkan, French, Greek, Spanish, Persian, Czech and even Brazilian. And of course, thank you to Folk Alliance for your work. Appreciate it.
So the next finalists all made incredible contemporary folk albums, countless hours of writing, arranging, recording and producing. And behind every track is a deep well of creative vision, technical skill and sheer dedication. The Contemporary Album of the Year finalists are Whispering Sky by Tenzin Chogyal, Said the Starling by Katankin, Mish of the Mountains by Jesse Monk, Mojuda by Parvin, and King Garderup by Robert Zielinski.
And the winner is Whispering Sky, Tenzin Chogyal.
Tenzin's voice is both prayer and protest, echoing the mountains of Tibet through modern Australian folk.
Tenzin can't be with us tonight, so he has a video message for us.
Tenzin is on tour in America and accepting on his behalf.
Good day.
Is Tenzin Yeshe. Yes?
Good day, and particularly from New York. I wish I could be there with you all to celebrate the Australian Folk Music Award, but I'm super happy and honored to be receiving this award, and it really means a lot to me and to Tibetan culture and its resilience. And my album, Whispering Sky, has been a collaborative journey with many of my amazing friends and collaborators and artists from around the world. So music for me is like drifting clouds that is not bothered by the human-created geographical boundaries. So I hope this album carries that spirit. So with much gratitude, I would like to thank everyone involved in creating this album, Whispering Sky. So thank you very much, and I hope you all are having a beautiful, beautiful, great evening. And I hope to see you at one of the festivals around Australia for one of my concerts. And have a great evening.
Thank you again to Tenzing Yeshe for accepting the award on behalf of Tenzin. Thank you.
A debut album is a bold statement, the first step into the world with a voice that's ready to be heard. It represents not just talent, but courage, persistence, and a deep personal investment. These artists have taken that leap. These are the finalists for Debut Album of the Year. Rupert Bullard by Rupert Bullard. Midnight Chicken by Midnight Chicken. National Panic by Rufus Whistler. The High Street Drifters by the High Street Drifters. And The Third Voice by The Third Voice.
And congratulations go to the High Street Drifters. And they couldn't be here tonight, but we raise a cheer in their honour.
It's been so long since I got home, it's hard to know how to feel. Second-hand smoke signal, taking up
Their first record blends suburban storytelling with twangy harmonies, a fresh take on Australian folk. And here's what they had to say about their win.
G'day there, Dan Watkins here.
Hi, it's Justin Vilches from the High Street Drifters, and we're so thrilled to accept the award for Debut Folk Album of the Year from Folk Alliance Australia. Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
We'd like to thank Gage Stead, May Traeger and Misha Herman for all being involved on the recording, and yeah, amazing work was done by all, and yeah.
Yeah, and just the broader folk community and the support you guys have shown to us and the bluegrass scene in Australia. It's a really exciting time, and we're just so stoked to be up here against, with such good nominees and everything as well. So thanks so much.
Thanks a lot.
Our next award celebrates the next generation of folk musicians, artists whose talent, energy and vision are shaping the future of the scene. And the finalists are Flynn Gurry, Dennis Camino, Rupert Bullard, Charlotte Eckel, North and Elsewhere.
And the winner is Rupert Bullard.
when all beauty is broken, I'm searching for. You're my ground and my safety, my stars. Waves keep me turning, you lengthen my bar. Yours are the verses, give me a flaw.
So at just 18, Rupert's songs capture the wild beauty of Lutruwita, Tasmania, with a wisdom beyond his years. Please welcome Rupert.
Thanks so much. I'm just going to say a few quick words I've jotted down. I'd like to start by thanking Keith and everyone at Folk Alliance Australia for all the incredible work they do to strengthen and continue a culture of sharing stories and song in this country. As a young folk singer and songwriter, this opportunity is invaluable in providing me with the resources I need to pursue a career in music. The funding and support from this award is making my first tour of the UK a possibility. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional storytellers, caretakers and custodians of this land, and recognise the immense privilege I have to share my own stories and song on country where stories and song have been shared for thousands of years. I'd like to thank my parents for championing folk music and storytelling, giving me access and exposure to incredible songwriting from a young age, and not only supporting, but encouraging me to pursue my passion. I'd like to thank my co-manager, Charlotte, for all of her guidance, care and support. I'd like to thank my partner, Ruby, for all of her support, love, patience, and encouragement. Thanks.
So Rupert's is grabbing his instrument because he'll be performing for us not only our Youth Artist of the Year, but also finalist in the debut album category. It's been some pretty spectacular things tonight, Fiona, in terms of music and people.
Absolutely wonderful. It's been a wonderful evening, hasn't it? It's not over yet. It's been fantastic.
We're still into a countdown for the traditional album of the year.
Yep.
But,
our final award.
Mm-hmm. As soon as he's plugged in. No, that's
Thanks for your patience. I'm going to share a tune that I wrote about my beautiful island home in Lutruwita, Tasmania. It's a song called Stand by the Land. I come from down where the forests grow wild. The breeze blows gentle and mild. The ocean a delicate hue. The sun shines its light over you. The stars shine bright with the moon, and the rain falls crystal and blue. But they're cutting it down, they're building it up, just to make a quick buck. They won't listen to us, no, they're drowning us out with the whale. The machinery don't give a damn what it means to you, means to me. Don't know what it means to be living alongside the land. We reach out our hand, they just laugh at the notion, leave us in the dark, frozen in motion, but we mustn't back down. Don't let them win. We know where we stand, and we'll stand by the land. Well, money, it can buy you a whole lot of things. It can buy you media placement to sell misinformation, but it won't buy you meaning. It won't fund connection, and you can't exchange wealth for a sense of direction. You can lie, we lie. You can shout through the screen, spend the rest of your life making sure you feel seen, but at the end of the day, you can't have it your way when you're driven by truth and you're driven by pain. No, they won't drown us out with the way the machinery know who we are, what it means to you, means to me. Know what it means to be living alongside the land. No, they won't get their way with their plotting and scheming, won't get us down. Can't drown out the sound of our voices, so loud as we sing hand in hand. We know where we stand, and we'll stand by the land.
could never know how it feels to watch them tear apart all we know. When these oceans, these trees, these sticks, and this sand leave shaped who I am. Together I know we will stand to defend what we know to be true. They may try to defeat us, leave us battered and bruised, but we know where we stand and we'll stand by the land. We know where we stand and we'll stand by the land. Thank you.
Thank you, Rupert. So it's time for our final award of the night. Folk music is rooted in heritage. It's shaped by time and it's carried forward by those who feel its pulse. The finalists for Traditional Album of the Year are Ebb and Flow by Maggie Carty, Whispering Sky by Tenzin Chogyal, Hota Hota by Charles Memorosia, Phonograph Jack by Chloe and Jason Roweth, and Kiangara by Robert Zelensky.
The Traditional Album of the Year award goes to Maggie Carty for Ebb and Flow. Please welcome Maggie Carty to the stage.
What will we do if we have no money? Oh, true lovers, what will we do then? Only all through the town for a hungry.
Oh, wow. Can you all see me? Is the spotlight on me? No shade to the spotlight people. It's been a great night. I work in production and stuff, so. Gurmila Mahagat, thank you very much, and thank you so much to Folk Alliance for this award, and how lovely is it for us all to be here tonight. So a huge round of applause for Folk Alliance and everything they do for musicians throughout the year. Boachlam Omas Ahort ar Nadina Crina ar an Talamh Tradition to Seo. I'd like to just pay my respects to the traditional owners of this land in which we meet today. Firstly, obviously, I want to thank my family, my mum and my dad for my first banjo, and my husband Martin down there for sharing this musical journey. Thanks to all the musicians on the album, Tom Bodding, Bonnie Songs, Stewart, Declan Simpson, Jerry McCaig, Rhys Crimmin, for their musical generosity, support and invaluable guidance along the way, and to incredible Miles Mumford as well for recording. If you don't know me, my name is Maggie. I think it says it there somewhere. I'm from Ireland, you might have guessed by my accent. I come from the west of Ireland, a place called Boyle in County Roscommon, and I grew up in a very, very musical family. I'm the fourth generation in my family to be playing Irish music. I moved here 8 years ago, and in those 8 years, I've been so lucky to play across this beautiful country, meeting some incredible friends and musicians along the way. And this album, Ebb and Flow, it really is kind of a culmination of this. And it's a musical reflection of my time here, and all the people that I've met along the way. And it's kind of the sound of the movement in my life, my banjo playing, the tides between Ireland and Australia that has shaped my family for generations. I'm living now on Wurundjeri country, and I've found space to reflect and collaborate and shape a voice that honours my roots in Irish traditional music, but embracing where I am today as well. I think there's a few people in the room that are familiar with Irish traditional music. Is that right? Yeah. Well, in Irish music and in our tradition, which is what this word is, diaspora is. It's a huge part of the music, and I'm a very proud member of the Irish diaspora here in Melbourne. And immigrant stories and diaspora music have been in our music and in our culture for generations. But what I found, a lot of the songs that I sing, that they're hundreds of years old, but a lot of the stories are the same. And one thing that I always find is they're always, not always, but a lot of it is sung kind of from a male point of view. And I'm kind of happy to be part of, just to show sort of a modern kind of female perspective on what it is to be part of the Irish diaspora today. And also, obviously, while honouring all those that have kept our tradition alive through many years and travelled across oceans and times, carrying the tradition with us. So it's very important. Woo! Thanks to all those amazing people, and so many. It was great to see Rob Zielinski up there. I know he mentioned Paddy Fitzgerald and so many amazing people. I've just been on a tour around this country, and as well as playing music, I've just got to meet so many incredible people, and people like that who have come from Ireland and really shared their tradition and held on to it, which is so important. I've had a really, big couple of months. I brought out the album Ebb and Flow. I can't believe I'm here, but yeah, it's been a big couple of months. It's been a big couple of months. Brought the album out. About a month or so before the album was to be released, I had to have some surgery in my throat, which is like the worst thing ever for a singer. I was told I'd never sing again, but yeah. So yeah, it's just so lovely to be here with you all tonight. Just another round of applause for Folk Alliance. How gorgeous is this? We're so lucky. And yeah, it's just amazing to be here. It's so amazing to see all the migrants that have been on this stage today, and all the women as well. So a huge round of applause for everyone that's been on the stage and all the nominees. I'm just so grateful to be here. I'm so lucky to stand on this stage, and I think we're all feeling this tonight. I'm here as a migrant. I come from a colonised country, and I always feel that affiliation when I'm here in Australia. And I send my love out to my Indigenous friends and brothers and sisters. But we can't forget our brothers and sisters in Palestine today, and I wouldn't. So yeah, I just like to send my love and everything out to all those in Palestine, and thank you. Free Palestine.
Beautiful. Are you okay?
I think you can guess what's going to happen next.
Just need Phantom on that DI. The XLR on that side. We're good.
All right. Do do do. Da da da. Hello. Is this coming through? I can't hear it. Is it? We might get a little bit more on. Oh, there we go. Yay, I'm back. Alrighty, I'm going to sing you a song. This is called A Storm McCree. and Stormacree means the love of my heart or the treasure of my heart. And this is an immigration song, but it still rings true today. So I'll sing it for you. Yeah, and it goes like this. I might get a little bit more of this on here.
Maggie Carty.
Wonderful. So before we draw things to a close tonight, we would like to revisit one of the earlier awards. There's no change to the winner, but we did not mention all the finalists for the Contribution to Folk Award. That was remiss of us. Oh well.
We try.
We do our best. So the finalists for the award are Warren Fahey, Shane Howard, thank you, the Malden Folk Festival,
next weekend.
Lakes School, and the Melbourne Scottish Fiddlers. So congratulations to all the finalists in the Contribution to Folk Award, and our apologies for not mentioning you earlier. So it's been a fantastic night. Thank you to all the incredible performers. Congratulations to all the nominees, to every finalist, and of course to the winners this evening. And a huge thank you to the folk community all around Australia.
Also, thanks to Music Australia, Folk Alliance Australia, of course, to our dedicated video, audio and tech team, and to the Brunswick Ballroom.
So see you next year, folks, in 2026. Thank you and good night. Woohoo!